Just because it's so near and dear to our community, if you don't mind, jump right to this. So President Obama gave the Medal of Freedom posthumously to Bayard Rustin and awarded it to his partner Walter Nagel, who you heard is a good friend of the center, one of our community liaisons actually, and we couldn't be more proud of that relationship. So can you tell us about that, because that is such an integral moment to so many folks who are near and dear to us, and we'd love to hear insight.
Yeah, so I love the Medal of Freedom selection and ceremonies, and for all 8 years I sat on the committee that made recommendations to President Obama, but he also had a mind of his own on this and had clear ideas of what he wanted to do and guidance that he gave us. And it was so wonderful because it was just all good news. The honorees didn't have to give a speech. They didn't have to do anything but just bask in the glory of the occasion. And it was very important to President Obama to recognize icons in the community, such as John Lewis. But it was also important to him as a student of history to recognize the people who sometimes haven't gotten the attention that they deserve, that they so richly deserve. And that's how he felt about Mr. Rustin, for his lifelong commitment to civil rights and advocacy and justice, for his role as the organizer, the craftsman, if you will, behind the March on Washington for jobs and freedom, his commitment to making this world a better place. And so I will tell you that the committee was so thrilled when President Obama made this decision, but there were a few folks on the committee who hadn't heard of them. And so we would prepare these lengthy bios to describe them to the senior staff, and what was unanimously clear was how deserving this award was. I'm sorry that it had to be posthumously, but it was such an important signal about the folks who participated and who such in making our country fairer and more just, and on whose shoulders we all stand. So it was a very cool day back in 2013. And I love that it was on the 50th anniversary of the creation of the Medal of Freedom. And some of you may not know, but it was created under President Kennedy, and he died before they actually had the first ceremony. So he signed the executive order creating the Medal of Freedom. I think he even participated in the selection of the first group, but then he died. And that year, the 50th anniversary, we invited every Medal of Freedom recipient from every administration to go to the Kennedy Center and celebrate their amazing contribution to our country. So it was a very special day.
And we thank you so much on behalf of Walter. I know that he would want me to extend his personal. That was the first time he visited us at the center. That's at our actual physical headquarters. He brought the medal with him, and and it's a beautiful thing in and of itself. And he's a beautiful man himself, an inspiration. So thank you for recognizing both.
Absolutely. Tell him hi for me.